it works. And if it didn't, all these successful people wouldn't swear by it. All these athletes and celebrities and people that most people look up to, they wouldn't swear by something that's BS. It doesn't work. Can you guess what most Fortune 500 CEOs, Oprah Winfrey, Jim Carrey, Lady Gaga, and Serena Williams all have in common? Besides the fact that they're rich, all these people, or the majority of them, including all of the celebrities mentioned, use affirmations. It's estimated that up to 84% of people that are deemed successful use affirmations regularly. And it's especially prevalent when it comes to athletes. And these people use affirmations as a part of their daily routine. But it's not just celebrities that benefit from affirmations. Studies have shown that affirmations can significantly boost your chances of accomplishing your goals. And this isn't just some spirituality, positive thinking type of stuff. Science shows that, statistically speaking, when you use affirmations, you actually increase your chances of accomplishing things, and you could even make yourself feel better. And it really comes down to the subconscious mind. We all have two minds. We have our conscious and our subconscious mind. Now, I want you to think of your conscious mind as the gatekeeper. It kind of filters out everything that we are taking in on a daily basis. If it wasn't for your conscious mind, we would be constantly overloaded with information and we won't be able to process it all. Whereas your subconscious mind, it holds all the information, but the conscious mind keeps it in check to make sure that we don't focus on everything at the same time. For example, your conscious mind notices when you get a new car. And when you get a new car, you start to drive around and you see this car everywhere because your conscious mind has decided to focus on it. Now, your subconscious mind, that's the one that peeps everything. It keeps everything stored in there. There's nothing that you experience and see that your subconscious mind doesn't hold on to. And it takes all this information and it stores it. And it uses it to make snap decisions. For example, if you run into somebody that just rubs you the wrong way, you get a bad vibe from it. That's because your subconscious mind has stored all the information that you've ever had when it comes to dealing with people on an individual level. And it believes that this person has some negative traits based on your past experiences. Now, your subconscious mind is programmable. It doesn't know that you're full of shit. You could lie to your subconscious mind over and over again, and eventually you'll start to believe it. And this is exactly why placebos work. A placebo is when they give people fake medicine and they believe that they're being healed. And a lot of times people actually show signs of being healed, even though the medicine is fake. That's because their subconscious mind is telling them that everything is going to be all right because the conscious mind relayed to the subconscious that, hey, we're good, right? So the subconscious mind is associating healing with what the doctor says, and it starts to believe it. And then all of a sudden your body starts to change and do the things that it's supposed to do to get better because you can pretty much fool your subconscious mind. And that's kind of how affirmations work. You can keep telling your mind something over and over again, and your subconscious mind is going to take it, store it, and then start to believe it. The crazy part is that things just start to happen in your life that align with what the subconscious mind believes is reality. Now, if you do know about affirmations, that's great. But a lot of people know about affirmations, but they don't know exactly how to utilize them properly. They'll say the wrong affirmations. So they'll say, I am healthy, which is cool. But that's like the kindergarten level of affirmations. You really want to learn how to say affirmations the right way so that you could really program your subconscious to believe what it is that you're saying. The number one thing you want to do whenever you use affirmations, the first thing you have to do is always start with I am. I am is the most powerful combination of words in the human language because really and truly, it only applies to you. I am can't apply to anybody else. When you say the words I am, your subconscious mind knows we're speaking to the self. And every single affirmation should start off with I am, because if you say I will, then that means you're not. And you're not fooling your subconscious. Just your subconscious doesn't buy it because it's like, I will someday. But when you say I am, the subconscious mind believes that it's definite. It's a for sure thing. It's really important that you start off every affirmation with I am. The second thing, and a lot of people make this mistake when it comes to affirmations, is they use future tense. You don't ever want to use the future tense. You want to use present tense. Instead of saying, I am going to be healthy, you say, I am healthy. Just by using the present tense, the subconscious mind kind of associates it with the now. And really and truly, I'm not going to get too deep into it, but really, is there a past and is there a future? Because the past is done and the future is not known yet. So the only thing we have is now. And that's all your subconscious mind really understands. It's really important that you say things in the present tense to make sure that whatever it is that you're trying to affirm is taken in well by your subconscious mind. Now, here's where we start to get into the nitty gritty. You want to add an emotional word to it. I am happy and grateful now that I am financially free, right? That's a good way to really start to get deep into the affirmations, because once you add an emotional word, you can start to actually feel the emotions, especially if you're in a good place and you say it. Now you're adding emotions to your statement, which is really going to supercharge your subconscious mind, because once you add emotions to something, like any feeling or statement, it becomes way stronger. And people don't realize this, but they usually do this a lot for negativity. You'll notice that people, when they describe them having a bad day, they will describe it in very strong, clear language, right? They'll use very emotional words. I was super pissed, man. That really got to me, bro. I was mad irritated. Things like that, right? When you add emotions to the description, you make it stronger. So make sure that you add an emotional word to your affirmation. So I am, and then you add something excited and thrilled. Now that, and then you can finish up your affirmation, right? So make sure that you add that emotional word. And you could also add multiple emotional words. You also have to be specific. So you don't want to say, I am so happy and grateful now that I'm rich. It'd be better to say, I'm so happy and grateful now that I make $30,000 a month. And being very specific is going to allow your mind, your conscious and your subconscious mind, to really open up and look for these possibilities. Because if you're looking for something, you will find it. If you say rich is a very general statement. But if you say $30,000 a month, now you know exactly where you need to go. Let's say you make that first 1,000, you're like, okay, I got 29 more to go. And the more you look for it and the more specific you are, the better your chances are. Now, the biggest mistake people make, this is by far the biggest mistake people make when it comes to using affirmations, they frame it negatively. They say, I do not smoke, or I will quit smoking. You never want to frame your affirmations in a negative sense. You always want to frame it in a positive sense. Instead of saying, I will not smoke, or I do not smoke, you'd say, I am a non-smoker, right? One of my affirmations is that I'm vice free. And the crazy part about that is that when I say that over and over again, I say it multiple times a day, that's what kind of got me to the point where I quit smoking weed, which I'd smoked for 15 years straight. And once I started writing that down and I started saying it over and over again, whenever I was going to smoke, and I knew that I really shouldn't, but I was just doing it out of habit, I just kept hearing it in my head. I am vice free. I am vice free. And eventually I said it so much and I repeated it so much and I wrote it down so much that eventually I had smoke in front of me. I had weed in front of me. I'm just like, you know what? I'm vice free. I don't do this. I actually programmed myself to no longer desire weed because I didn't want to be controlled by any vices. And this might sound like something that's extremely simple, but it works. And if it didn't, all these successful people wouldn't swear by it. All these athletes and celebrities and people that most people look up to, they wouldn't swear by something that's BS. It doesn't work. This stuff is absolutely amazing and it definitely works. Affirmations and visualizations are an amazing combination. I've used both to open my first business, to start working from home, to get the body that I desire. I've used all these techniques. I'm not just telling you something that I don't do myself. For example, when I wanted to lose weight, I wrote down and said, I am 168 pounds. And I would say this over and over again. And I even took it real far, and I actually found a picture of somebody that was 168 pounds on Google on a scale. And I cut it out and I put it on my wall. And I would just say it over and over again. I am. Today, I'm about 167 pounds, right? I've seen this stuff work too many times to doubt it. And if you frame it the way I just told you, the way I just explained it to you, it could really make a huge difference in whether or not you accomplish your goals. Now, I'm not going to sit back here and say it's going to work for you 100% of the time, because obviously the circumstances have to be pretty good, but you know what you're capable of, and you can set your affirmations within those boundaries, right? We're all capable of incredible things, but your capability is increased by how much you want something. I really wanted to be 168 pounds. Like, I really did not want to be 210 pounds. There was emotion behind that, and I really pushed for it. And I wanted it so bad that I would do anything to make sure that I got it. And so I made it happen. Affirmations and visualizations, I swear by it. They work. If there's emotion behind it, it works even better. It's always great if you do things for people or causes outside of yourself. One of the reasons why I didn't want to be overweight anymore is because I didn't want my wife to have to walk around with an overweight dude. How's that going to make her feel? And how could my son take me seriously if I don't even have the discipline to take care of my physical, right? So I was doing it for them more so than myself. And so that gave me a lot of emotion and a huge charge to actually get it done. When you're using your affirmations, make sure that there's a reason behind it. And if you use affirmations, and if you want, include visualization, and you have emotion behind it, you have a real reason behind it, and you do it consistently. You do it every day. I do my affirmations at least twice a day, once in the morning and once at night. And I actually want to increase it because it's worked so well for me. Why not? If it's worked so well to this point, it's got me my business, got me my body, it got me all these things that I wanted. Even my car, the car that I'm currently in, I used to affirm and visualize, right? It's worked so well. I'm like, I need to double down. I might need to do this like 5 times a day. And there's some people that actually take it so far, they will record their affirmations and listen to it all night. And honestly, this stuff is like magic. So I might just start doing that myself. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So amazing stuff. Make sure that you put I am. Make sure that you add a word to describe it. Make sure you use it in the present tense. Make sure that you frame it in a positive manner. And if you do all these things and you do it consistently and you create a system of doing it on a daily basis, you could change your life. I know I have, and I'm excited to see where I could take this. And hopefully this information is valuable to you too. And you can use it to make yourself and your life a lot better and the people's lives around you a lot better. This has been like a step-by-step guide on how to really actually use affirmations the right way. And I hope it provided some value. With all that said, thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.